Hi, welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody!
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the Quad M World headquarters located in Helena's scenic North Valley. It's the Quad M Show. Here are your hosts, TJ and Jason.
Let's go ahead and give the love to those that are giving us the love first. So kind of like a love, kind of a reach around, I guess we're giving.
Aha.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Thank you to you folks out there in Boardman, Oregon, Princeton, New Jersey, Midvale, Utah, all of our fine Chinese bots out there.
Ni howdy.
Ni howdy.
Ni howdy.
To each and every one of you. Clifton, New Jersey. Hey, good seeing you again. Didn't see you on there last week. When someone must have gotten wind about our little FGS the other week. Winstead, Minnesota.
Nice. Good for them.
Well, you know, they didn't send a dirty letter saying, no one took a turn on my cousin.
They're talking about me.
we had the blockades up when she had her head stuck. Well, actually, it'd be Minnesota, so it wouldn't be that deep south. She'd be like, oh, don't you know we had the roadblocks up there blocking up for Keister, so no one would be able to go there and take a turn.
That's what Minnesota is, just America's little mini Canada up in
Kinda, yeah. It's like they're Southern Canadians.
Yeah.
The Canadians of the South.
Southern Canadians. We don't talk about them.
Hey, what's going on this side?
Surprise, Arizona. Surprise. Let's see. Elgin, Illinois. Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for stopping by there, Columbus. Pride, Louisiana.
Pride.
And the home office out here in Helena. Thank you all. Union City, California. Hey, Derek.
Wave to Derek.
Hi, Derek.
We waved.
Hi. It's a live stream. We just don't have the cameras on. We'll go that route with it.
Use your imagination.
It's the theater of the mind. Big old foam hands. We're just
right.
Going crazy. What do we got there? Berkeley, California. Phoenix, Arizona. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Chattanooga, Tennessee. And Los Angeles, California, as well as Reseda, California. So to each and every and all of you and all yous, thank you so much for stopping in, checking us out, joining the party, having fun, all that type of shit. And apparently we got some new reviews.
Apparently we do, all up in the social media and stuff.
The old tune of eye has a couple of...
Is iTunes social media?
No.
People are all talking all over the place on it, right? That's where these words came from.
Well, those are just reviews. That's like someone reviewing on the jukebox.
Okay.
That's like if someone took a magic marker and said, A10 kicks ass.
Well,
selection.
What's the difference between writing on a wall and writing on someone's? That's just social media.
No.
Just old school.
No.
You literally wrote on a wall for a good time.
That's an advertisement. So that's the difference. That's an advertisement. Well, no, maybe that's a review and an advertisement.
Social media.
No, social media would be like people just sit there. Social media would be for a good time called social media would be posting putting that up on the wall, and then everyone else underneath smiley face emoji. Bitch gave me herpes, and then just a bunch of subtext. No, she didn't. I don't know. Hey, that's my number, and that would be your social media. Is all the idiots.
I'd love to see that going on bathroom walls.
Old social media the way it used to be. We called it graffiti.
Right. Fuck yeah. Then a month or two later, the janitor come along, throw up a fresh coat of paint.
Oh, we're just wiping out the servers. We're just
right.
cleaning the hard drive.
Giving it a refresh.
So what did they have to say on the old tune of eye, Mr. Jason, sir?
These people wrote on our stall wall. The IMDb Journey Podcast. High quality podcast, 5 stars. TJ and Jason give you all the news you want to know, going into all things nerd. Their witty banter provides hours of great content. You can tell they love doing what they do. There's something here for everyone. You'd be a fool not to subscribe.
Yeah, took it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all things nerd, including fucking bathroom stall graffiti. Doesn't get nerdier than that.
And Tedet writes on the wall, so much to say, 5 stars.
But only so much.
These guys are great and they have so much to say. Their chemistry and depth of knowledge comes through as they navigate from the mundane to the unusual. Definitely give the Quad M show a listen.
And we know a lot about the mundane.
I got to throw a piece of paper.
I can launch that stall wall clear across the room, fuckers. Lovely.
Can we call it the stall wall from now on?
What sort of graffiti are they throwing up on the stall wall? I like that. Yes.
Okay.
What do we have on the Quad M stall wall this week? I like that. Yes. Yes, sir. That's a keeper.
Okay,
now,
good.
Now, aren't you glad? Aren't you glad the shit crashed? We had to do it a second time. That worked out like a peach.
It did.
Oh, but and the funny thing is, I was throughout the week. I did that IMDb Journey podcast. I've given them a listen, kind of checking them out, seeing maybe give a little reciprocal love to them, kind of checking them out, and good podcast. And I was I don't know, I just hadn't realized that they were Australian,
Right?
and I always it's one of those ones that sneak up on me. I forget about it sometimes, but God, I love me that Australian accent. If I had to sit there and play like my top 3 favorite accents, and I'll base this one strictly on women, like what accents on a woman turn me on. I would say number 1 is going to be like prim and proper English. Like, well, hello there, and how are you, good sir? Princess Wave type shit. Not the fucking Cockney, which is kind of like your fucking...
Guinea and tune to tune and garn up some groove.
I was just going to refer to it as fucking English's version of fucking inbred Southern people.
Let's go to town and get some food.
How y'all doing there? God blimey, mate. Oh, with my bad teeth.
Do you want to know an interesting story about the English accent?
You would have firsthand knowledge, I would say.
Yes. The English accent and the American accent have been kind of switched almost to say. The British accent came from people that talked like basically we do, but they had earned higher spots in society, got money, power, blah, blah, blah. So in order to differentiate themselves from the lower class, they made up this new accent that is today the English accent.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And then plus all that highfalutin inbreeding probably didn't help matters any either. Wasn't that thing like back in the day with like the royal family and all that? There was like some wicked ass inbreeding going on amongst the royals.
That was, we're talking like,
or is that rumor and hearsay?
No. That's not rumor and hearsay. That's fact. They
God damn it!
It's not the current royal family.
Well, no, not the current ones.
The current British royal family isn't even from Great Britain. Royal families up until they did do a lot of inbreeding and stuff like that, the point where their like king was just basically an invalid, fucking type of stuff. Yeah.
King Derp,
and because they wanted to keep it in the family to keep the royal blood and blah blah blah, and
keep it pure.
They basically ended up, fucking themselves out of existence. And,
King and Queen Derp,
right? But the royal family that is there now is actually from they're German immigrants.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea about that.
Yep. The British royal family isn't even British. They're German immigrants from way back when.
So it's probably like Queen Elizabeth Buchwald. Kleiman Schmidt.
I'm not sure of how far back or the names and stuff, but yeah.
There's your nerd for you now. Bathroom stalls and inbreeding. Yay!
Oh, there you go.
There's our fucking show. We got a show now, kids. But yeah, no, but so I would say just that elegant fucking, that English accent would be number 1.
Okay.
I would say the Southern Belle debutante. like a Texas beauty queen. Again,
that'd be like a boner killer for me, though.
really?
Yeah.
I don't mean like howdy y'all.
See?
That's not the one I'm talking about. That to me is like that's like Cockney to me. That's the same fucking thing there. I'm talking like the. Well, hey there, sugar. How y'all doing today? My, it's awful hot out here on the veranda. And I'd be like, oh, God, no. Oh, no.
On the veranda? Why don't we go sit on the Davino? And
The Davin.
couch.
Like that. No, that's a Davenport.
Then what the hell is a Davino?
I've never even heard of a Davino.
Okay.
There's a chifforobe. That's kind of like a closet.
I think Davino might be a French-Canadian word then.
Maybe. Sounds itchy.
It does. It does.
I'm just
kids cry when they have to go sit on the Davino.
Oh, he came down himself with a wicked case of the Davinos.
Yeah.
Where's
they
that?
got rid of that when penicillin came around, though.
The colonel don't accept no Davinos in his house on the plantation whilst I'm sipping my mint julep. Why, yes, Mr. TJ, sir, you can have a go with my daughter if and so you please. I don't turn away no Yankee. Just Davinos. And then I would probably say my third one would be like, again, I think it's just the elegance. If it's elegant, I'm all about it. Here again, Australian accent. You give me like Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1.
With that light when she has that momentary lapse of American, and she just kind of slips into that Australian accent just a wee little bit. Yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah.
Fun.
No, I'm sure it would be.
So what you're saying, these guys turned you on with their accent?
Oh, yeah, I was a raging fucking boner while I'm watching this one. Oh, my God. Instant fucking Viagra, man. Especially when they started talking about fucking the director of director of Wizard of Oz fucking punching. Or no, I think they said slap, but I just in my mind, because the way my mind works, it was full on closed fist fucking punch Judy Garland.
Yakety yak, yakety yak, tom tom back.
Punch Judy Garland, why?
I don't know. She was having a case of the women's.
A case of the women's.
Well, back in the day, it didn't matter. Small child, woman, it didn't matter. Just you knock them back into line. A good old solid fucking chop to the chops.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal now.
Well, yeah, it's it's kind of frowned upon in today's society. But back then, yeah, just get all fucking chirpy and da-da-da-da-da, and boom, knock her back in the line. She cries a little bit. Director kind of felt a little bad, and then later on, she apparently, according to this show, came back and said, "It's okay, I understand," and then fucking let it go. And I'm like, wow, really? In today's fucking society? Could you imagine someone just coming up like fucking Scarlett Johansson getting all fucking crazed because her like French husband was doing some kind of fucking French thing and it was just bugging the piss out of her? And so she was just going, can you imagine like fucking Joss Whedon or fucking Steven Spielberg just coming up and just boom, right in the fucking chops? Yeah. Can you imagine the TMZ shit going? We would have a month's worth of shit to talk about on the show.
Right.
Nobody puts their hands on baby.
Nope. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Forcibly in a corner. How dare you say case of the woman's? Well, how dare you daring me?
That's daring of you.
I double dare you.
I double dog dare. I'll take the physical challenge.
In a slight breach of etiquette, he skipped the triple dare, and went straight to the triple dog dare.
Oh, they should bring back the physical challenge,
Remember
the show
Double Dare?
Double Dare.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
Yeah.
That should be an option in life, the physical challenge. Be like,
yeah.
Dude, do this job. Can I do the physical challenge instead, or
well, unless you're on the fucking construction site, like you said, motherfucker, that is the physical challenge,
right?
So, anywho, a quick little update. Enigma number 4, off to the printers.
Nice.
It has
Fucking
been officially sent off. I sent you the text. I never got a reply on that. Did you ever see that text?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
pretty busy this week. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of telling me it's been running the fucking gambit again. You know, and I know we won't get into too many details on it, but I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, they fucking work you like a they work you like a government mule.
Government mule. Yeehaw. Right. Oh, well, I work. They pay me.
It all works out.
That's how jobs go, you know.
It all works out. Did you manage to go out and get some shooting done last weekend?
No, we were going to go Saturday, but guess what happened? It rained.
The shit came down again.
Well, tomorrow it's supposed to be, tomorrow morning is not supposed to be rainy and stuff. So, Buddy and I are going to basically abandon ship and fucking head up in the mountains early in the morning and, like, screw waiting for everybody else to wake up at fucking 11 o'clock in the morning and finally get out of their house at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're just going to
No.
go.
No. If you're waiting on that shit, you're backing the fuck up. No. You just, get on
we're
out.
just going to go. We got it.
Damn right.
We both need to get some trigger time. 'Cause, last weekend, since it was all rainy and stuff, we like modified his gun, put some parts on, took some parts off, that type of shit. So
And now the finger's itching.
yeah, it's itchy. I've got 2 trigger fingers,
And it
and
needs
both
to-
of them itch.
And it needs to be scratched like a motherfucker. Any big 4th of July plans for you?
No,
Besides going and blowing shit up.
I don't even think I'll be able to do that. I've got to work at 7 in the morning on the 5th. So
Really?
yeah,
Ow, those bastards.
yep.
So this is where you get to play the role of grumpy old man. You're, keep that shit down. I'm trying to sleep.
Right,
Or you just get some earplugs.
me. I can sleep through explosions.
Yeah, well, I was cordially
I was
invited.
born and raised in Montana, so
Exactly. Fucking sleep through shit, man. No, I was cordially invited by a couple of friends, the Carlsons,
oh, right on.
where they're having a housewarming party, which I find amusing because they've been in the fucking house for over a year and a half, and we've had like multiple game nights and UFC fight nights and all that, and yeah, so they're using this as their housewarming party, which is fine. Whatever we want to, however you want to label your shenanigans and get-togethers, I'm fine. I just specifically told them I'll bring the Doritos because that's what I do.
The Doritos.
Damn right. But it's funny as I'm waiting as getting the printout for Enigma number 4, and I'm working on Enigma number 5. I've been spending a lot of time while I'm drawing or, scripting, just kind of doing the stuff there, just as menial background noise. I've been watching a lot of fucking Jim Lee doing his live stream. They'll take the video and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And oh my God, Jim Lee just makes me want to cry.
His art is fucking incredible. How's his thing pretty good? Kind of.
Oh my!
What does it have, like
God.
the live chat with it too, type of deal or something?
Well, I mean, sometimes it will. I mean, when he's doing the live, because what he does is he'll live stream on Twitch.
Okay.
And so if you're actually watching it on Twitch, there's I think on the left side, it'll have the running chat from all the different viewers
Right.
that are tuned in. And you'll have the one main video, the one main camera shot, which is the overhead showing him doing the, with him doing the drawing.
Right.
And then in the corner, in the opposite corner from the dial, like say you got your chat on the left side of the screen, on the right side of the screen, you'll have the running face on camera
Okay.
of Jim Lee. So it'd be like looking and talking to people, and doing all
Gotcha.
this shit. So yeah, I mean, he's going 50 miles an hour. He's like fucking looking at the camera, talking to people, looking over here at the fucking chat to reply to the chat, and then fucking putting out this goddamn amazing piece of art. And usually his Twitch times, depending on what he's drawing, usually could run like 2 to 3 hours. There was one time he actually did like a full comic book page, and so the Twitch stream ran for like 8 hours.
Holy cow.
It was crazy, yeah. But he was like, yeah, so you guys want to see a page being done? Okay, so let's go ahead and do a page. So he's doing this fucking page from, I think it was like the recent Superman 1000 that came out. And he's just fucking, yeah.
He went like from pencils to ink.
Well, he doesn't do, when it comes to the actual page, like his actual comic pages, rarely will he do his own inking.
Okay.
He did some in his early days, like in his Alpha Flight stuff, I think he did. Maybe like Punisher War Journal he did. But nowadays, no. Scott Williams is kind of like has been his inker
Gotcha.
since like '89 or '90.
Oh wow.
Yeah, back when he started doing X-Men. That's kind of when Scott Williams kind of became his official inker of choice, and carried through from when he left Marvel, started Image Comics, did his Wildcat stuff at Image, and then when he moved over to DC, Scott Williams has been his inker, his pro finished pages, professional inking stuff. But like when he's doing his sketch work on Twitch, oh dude, he is an inking motherfucker.
Right on.
And it's amazing watching like his sketching technique, not just going from like the bare bones, penciling and doing all that. Because the way he fucking does it is he will go ahead and he will sketch out real rough outline type stuff, head, figure, maybe some body stuff, do like general placement. And then he goes straight to fucking inking. He'll take either, I don't know if it's a micron pen or if it's a Pigma marker or whatever, but he goes and just goes straight to inking off of that.
Oh wow.
And then when he'll do like the line art there, and if he fucks up, he's like, oh, I can wipe that out, or oh, I can cast a shadow. That will fix that. That's no big deal there. It's never a fucking big deal. It's always happy. He's like the fucking
happy
Bob Ross.
Mistakes.
Yeah, happy accidents make for great pictures. And he's and fucking he'll sit there and do like his fucking line work with the pen or the marker. Then he will go to fucking spotting his blacks, taking the fucking brush and doing like massive swatches of black on there, and watching him fucking work with a goddamn brush. It's like, Jesus. I've just never had that skill set with a brush, and I've tried, and I haven't. I mean, obviously, I haven't fucking put in 30 years with a brush like he has. All of my stuff's pretty much just been pencil. And then I would do some ink way back in the day, but then I got me into the digital, which is, much cleaner.
Indeed.
You can do the same thing, but, it'd be what it be. But, I mean, he will sit there and take, like, fucking, like a Kleenex and load the fucking Kleenex with ink and then start just fucking swiping the page and doing, like, crazy cloud effects. I was watching where he was doing a version of Goku, from Dragon Ball Z, and fucking taking the ink and then, doing that crazy fucking Super Saiyan effect.
Okay.
Swiping the ink up, and it was just fucking, it's insane watching it. Or, I was kind of showing you one of the videos too, where he has like this fucking, it's like a whiteout dispenser.
Oh, yeah.
It almost looks like one of those fucking Listerine
Kind of, yeah.
breath things, but it has like a little nozzle, and he'll sit there and do lightning effects with it, or whiting effects, and that all that type of get some negative space shit going on, and shit, I'm all fucking ramped up, so I just like totally fucking lost my train of thought when I was fucking
Whiteout
talking.
marker.
Yeah, I know I was talking that. Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching him do this Doctor Strange sketch, right? And, so he's got the hand jutted out, doing his little master of mystic arts type bullshit, right? And doing all this fucking magic thing. And then he had all the dramatic fucking shadowing, but to accentuate the fucking magic, he goes ahead, he takes, whatever's fucking handy, like a big old, I think he was using a, like an old Madden 11 game disc, plopping it down and using that as his compass.
Okay.
For the shit. I mean, he doesn't get, he just fucking whatever's handy, whatever's around. That ought to be sized enough. Boom, and just fucking does it, and it's magic.
Huh.
And it makes me cry because I will never achieve that level of awesomeness, no matter how hard I try.
I can understand that. I mean, you watch guys that are like incredibly talented and good at it, and you're like, in the best possible way, you're like, fuck that guy. Just grr.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, fuck you, Jim Lee, but it's not a negative like fuck you. It's like God damn, you are so fucking good.
Yep.
It's just fucking amazing. And if I were to sit there and watch, I don't know how many other guys actually do that. As far as the Twitch streaming and stuff like that. But like some of the old school guys that I'm a fan of, like Mark Silvestri, or like Todd McFarlane will put videos out every so often. He'll do some like training videos or like, here's what I'm working on, but you never actually see him. There's not really a whole lot of him that really is ever actually working.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes, but not a whole lot. Whereas fucking Lee, he's doing like 3 or 4 of these a week.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, you fucking get promoted to fucking publisher of DC Comics. You're going to fucking conventions damn near every fucking weekend. You're putting out pretty much like it's damn near every fucking DC comic out there is a goddamn Jim Lee cover. And yet he still has time to fucking do his Twitch stream. It's like, Jesus, how in the hell what deal with the devil did he make to be able to get a fucking 28-hour day?
Oh, he didn't.
Is beyond me.
I don't know. Just good.
Sleep is overrated.
Sleep is overrated. Yeah.
I'll catch up when I die. All right. Well, let's go ahead here, good sir. We will take a break. We will come back. A little bit of FGS and ramble on about some hot takes.
Sweet.
All right. It's Quad M Show, kids. Stay tuned.
Have you checked out quadmproductions.com lately? Quadmproductions.com is your direct access hookup to order the Enigma comic book series and download the Quad M Show podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with any questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at quadmproductions.com. That's quadmproductions.com. You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 2.
Welcome back to the second segment of this here Quad M Show. Again, we're your hosts. I am TJ.
And Jason.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
And this segment, as always, is brought to you in part by Mirror Salon and Spa. Now, I know you folks are seeing those pics online, and you're saying to yourselves, damn, how does TJ get that awesome hair? Well, you know, a small part of that's genetics, but the big credit, however, goes to Shauna and all the fine folks over there at Mirror. Now, if you're in the Helena area, make your reservations today for any of your hair, nail, or spa needs. Walk-ins are always welcome. You get in there, you tell them Quad M sent you, get $5 off any of the services they provide. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call. Stop on in. It's Mirror Salon and Spa, 406-603-0644, or stop on in at 2043 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena. That is Mirror Salon and Spa.
Are they on the actual walking mall? No, they're on North Last Chance.
No, yeah. It's like for all you folks that don't live in the area, here's how you get. They're right next to the Little Caesars there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
They're right in that little alcove with the Little Caesars and the UPS store. Yeah, that's where they're at.
I know where you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what else I'm talking about?
It's got to be FGS with a segue like that.
The Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Morons.
You're a moron.
Idiots.
Idiot.
Dullards.
You're always this stupid. Did you take lessons?
The FGS Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Well, you know, apparently a lot of the idiots decided to take the week off, apparently. There wasn't too much in stupid shenanigans. Oh, but then I found one that really just kind of made me put on the stink face. Put on the gas face when I saw this. And you know, I've always kind of had that little rule about no celebrities, because that's just way too fucking easy. Well, this time I kind of had to. I've only broken the rule once. Now we can officially say I've broken the rule twice.
Uh-oh.
Remember Jim Bakker?
The preacher guy.
Yeah. Jim and Tammy Faye?
Yeah.
With all their fucking makeup?
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Some fucking interviewer asked her, why do you wear so much makeup? I don't wear makeup. What y'all talking about? And she'd fucking sit there and cry about the Lord and fucking mascara running all down her face and shit. Yeah. The PTL. Praise the Lord. And then once he got busted on tax fraud, it was pass the loot. Pass the loot. Well, you know, he spent his time in jail. And I never heard hide nor hair from him, but apparently he's got the Jim Bakker show with his new wife now.
Uh-oh.
And they've been running that. Well, apparently they've decided to get into selling questionable products.
Uh-oh.
Well, no shit.
And this one, God bless his soul. There's a special place in hell for this motherfucker. So, story I found goes as such. So televangelist, author, and convicted felon Jim Bakker. Yeah, I love it. That's like the opening line for a fucking resume right there. So tell me, what's your fucking job experience, sir? Why are you playing this? Well, it's pretty simple. Televangelist, author, and convicted felon. What are you looking up there, good sir?
What the fuck do you think I'm looking up?
Oh, Jim Bakker?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, televangelist, author, and convicted felon Jim Bakker is back with another product. He says, and I love this, cures all venereal disease and is made from silver.
And it's made for a woman.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. In a video clip where he's introducing the product, the star of the Jim Bakker Show sits beside his co-host and wife, Lori, as the two tout the benefits of silver solution. Do you know the one thing we never talk about really is one of the few gels and products that cures or gets rid of all venereal diseases, he says to the man and woman sitting, sharing the secret with the Bakkers in a video that was shared on Twitter. This is like a miracle in a tube.
Fucking bullshit!
And I actually went and I saw this video. And I mean, it's like a quick little 20-second thing, little snippet of him saying this shit. I mean, he doesn't even fucking bat an eyelash. That's how you can tell he's that good of a televangelist that he's lasted over 40 years doing this shit. Is because he doesn't even this will cure all of your venereal diseases. You got the herpes. You got the clap. You got the chlamydia. Maybe you got the AIDS. Well, I tell you what, right now. Get yourself some of this here silver solution, and you will get absolution from the crotch rot that ails you. Brothers and sisters, how can you not get the goods on this and fix your goods right now? Can I get a name, man?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
So the snake oil that he's trying to sell here, the product is available in liquid and gel form.
Silver Soul is what it's called.
Silver Solution. Yeah, that first one, that's not it. And I tried looking it up on YouTube. I couldn't find the actual video on YouTube. There's a lot of commentaries and shit on it. I actually had to go to Twitter to this, what was it, Right Wing Watch or something like that. I think they had it on. Yeah, Right Wing Watch is what it was called. I actually had to go to it and on Twitter and found it there. Yeah, so this crap that he's trying to sell here ranges in price from $25 for 4 ounces of the gel and $40 for a 16-ounce bottle of the liquid. Or you can get them by case for either $175 or $250 respectively. In February, here's some of these other great crackpot shit he came up with. In February, Jim came out with offers for fuelless generators, doomsday guidebooks, and buckets of food that he proclaimed would last 30 days and said were necessary to prepare for the end of the world. Because it's coming. According to Jim Bakker, according to the Jim Bakker Show website, Silver Solution liquid can be taken up to 3 times daily according to directions, and each 16-ounce bottle contains 96 adult doses. I did the math on that, and it's like a 20th of it. It's like 1.1 repetend 6 ounces. It's not even full ounce. I mean, yeah. Like this little fucking dab is gonna cure your herpes, your gonosyphil herpes.
There's a lot of videos on YouTube about Silver Soul.
Well, the one that I saw on there was like 3 years old. It's like I said, Silver Solution. And that Silver Soul, I have no idea what the fuck that's actually supposed to be. But here's what I do know, brothers and sisters. For simply, oh, how much was he ripping you off for? For $25, can you put a price tag on your crotch?
Yeah, they can. Prostitutes been doing it forever. I mean, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the current rate is, but I know.
Can you put a price tag on junk health? $25 for 96 treatments 3 times a day. Ladies and gentlemen, that is over a month to where we can root. Can we?
You can't even keep a straight face and do that.
Oh my God. Oh, what else here? Let's see. The contents of what's inside the silver solution aren't explicitly revealed, and the pitch leaves a lot of questions unanswered, like how long it's supposed to take to cure you of every single sexually transmitted disease infection and diseases known to humankind. Some marketers claim that colloidal silver is effective against hundreds of diseases, says Dr. Stephen Barnett of Quackwatch.
Quack.
Page 2. Yeah, apparently this Quackwatch is your official website to see who all is trying to sell you the fucking snake oil, the bill of goods. They're kind of the watchdog for that. In recent years, silver-containing products have been marketed with unsubstantiated claims that they are effective against AIDS, cancer, infectious disease, parasites, chronic fatigue, acne, warts, hemorrhoids, enlarged prostate, and many, many other diseases and conditions. So apparently this fucking Jim Bakker thing is the ultimate cure-all. This is the panacea we have been looking for, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, right here, $24, 4 ounces. People also bought hydrolyzed collagen.
Oh my God.
Alex Pure Breathe Air Purifier for $200. Oliso assorted size food storage bags.
Now, why would you get yourself something like that when we over here at the Jim Bakker Show? We've got a bucket o' chow. We got what I call apocalypse chow, and it will last you 30 days to ride out the apocalypse in style.
Jesus. Wow. He's got just a plastic water bottle, like reusable plastic water bottle. Apparently he's blessed by the Lord himself. That motherfucker costs $60 for a water bottle.
Well, not just any water bottle. This is the holy water bottle.
The holy water bottle.
This is the holy water bottle.
Oh, no.
H2, oh my God, how can you not purchase this? He says with a straight face.
And, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happens when you mix capitalism and religion.
Oh my God, yeah, two great tastes that taste so great together. Jesus fucking Christ, and then this fucking report just goes on about how he fucking had $5 million in tax fraud and liens and all that shit, and of course the affair with Jessica Hahn.
Yep.
Which got her a Playboy deal. Now it's her fucking literally 15 minutes of fame.
I cleanse myself of it with a ice cold drink of Mountain Dew.
And
but thanks to the show, I've got stupid shit in my search history now, like Jim Bakker and...
You can now sip from your holy water bottle, eating your apocalypse chow, safe in the knowledge, secure in the knowledge that your junk is disease-free, ladies and gentlemen. What would you do without me, Jim Bakker?
I think we were doing just fine without him.
The views and contents expressed on this fucking channel are not necessarily those of this fucking.
I didn't miss him.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go turn on. I have to check the old DirecTV, see if they got this shit on the fucking infomercials. Come around midnight. Wait for that Time Life music commercial to get over with, and then I can watch old Jim Bakker fucking.
You'd probably be able to find him on YouTube.
Well, like I went looking. I did go looking, and I found a bunch of his horse shit on there. I tried listening for like 2 seconds, and I says, "No, you're fucking killing me here."
Oh, right. Yeah.
No. I mean, 2 seconds was 3 too many.
See, sometimes when you're feeling like sometimes you just feel stupid. You had a rough day and you just made some stupid mistakes or something.
Go turn on Jim Bakker.
Right. You got to go turn on something like that, like Jim Bakker or some of those flat Earth people type of stuff, and you're like, I'm not that stupid. I'm pretty normal, actually.
when all else fails, just look at those who are bigger idiots than you, and you'll be just fine.
Right? Yeah. You're like, wow, I'm farther up on the bell curve than these assholes.
Oh, I am average, and quite frankly, that's okay. Oh, for fuck's sake! All right, so to you, Jim Bakker, once again, just showing us that there's just a special place in hell for your sorry ass. You are this week's winner of the Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
You dummy!
That is a big name for an FGS winner, man.
Well, I think the other one was Lindsay Lohan. I'd have to go back and look, but I think it had something to do with like she was all about who's that fucking cocaine lord?
I mean, it's not often we just throw like a quote unquote celebrity in there because
It's not often at all. It's the second one.
Usually we stick to the lower end of the bell curve.
Well, for fuck's sake. I mean, really, if I wanted to, I could do a celebrity every fucking week.
Good. We could pick on like Tom Cruise for months.
Oh, Jesus, yes. It's low-hanging fruit, man.
You're right.
I don't want it to be easy. I want it to be the fucker in Texas that breaks his leg 3 times trying to fuck a horse. I want it to be the fucking guy that kills his wife with a Dutch oven.
Right.
I want it to be those people, the unsung heroes of stupidity.
The unsung heroes of stupidity.
Not the ones that just fucking make it just easy for us. I mean, my God, where's the fun in that?
You're right.
All we would be is fucking, at that point, we'd be the fucking TMZ and what the hell's what's the comedy show that used to have old Jon Stewart, The Daily Show. We would be the TMZ and Daily Show, and that's it. No. I want working man stupidity.
Working man stupidity.
Blue-collar stupidity.
Nice.
Get into a fucking handgun and bow and arrow fight in a Walmart parking lot. That'll get you on our show.
Right. Oh.
116 now of these fucking things. And all I can do is just sit there and look back at the ones that involve fucking... Usually the only ones I remember involve bestiality or fucking... or fucking is another one I usually end up fucking remembering a whole lot of. Yeah.
It's a lot of stupid.
There's a lot of stupid. A lot of untapped stupid in this world.
It is. We're people. We're pretty good at stupid. I mean,
Yeah, but Florida is gooder than you.
Well, that's what they get.
It's what they get for living in Florida. Let's get into some hot takes.
Okay.
News and notes from all 4 corners of the pop culture world.
And the sign gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot!
It's time for some hot takes.
Oh, so yeah, this will be another one of them quick shows because there really wasn't a whole lot of shit on the Vine to talk about. Although I do have a topic I think we'll probably get a little in depth into, just going off the cuff.
Okay.
Killing a little bit of time. Probably you folks may have expected I would have done a fucking Luke Cage season 2 review. I haven't had the chance to watch it. Not yet. It's been so fucking busy, with getting shit set up with Enigma number 4 getting printed and getting ready for Boise and doing all the thises and the thatses. So next week for the last show before Boise, I'll have a little mini review of Luke Cage, second season.
Burn through a couple episodes, see what's up.
Oh, dude, they only have like 8, somewhere between 8 and 13. I mean, that's it's like a 1 day, like a 1 day watch. Just hunker down and say I'm going to schedule from this to this, and then just be done. It's usually pretty good that way.
I love the binge watching. That's like I'm going to say that's a neat new feature of this modern like streaming stuff because it's handy. You just kick back and I'll let the fucking episodes burn through. I'm doing like coloring or something like that, and fucking yay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't even like, say, with the streaming. I would even DVD releases, because when I was first starting to do the Enigma stuff, I think like issues 1 and 2, that type of thing. I burned through 10 years of Smallville in the matter of a week, and I'm like, God damn, really? That's 10 years worth of fucking TV right there, and just done like that.
There's a lot of times when I'm doing this stuff, I'll actually watch this. It's a British show, and every single episode and stuff is all on YouTube. And it's called Time Team. It's this archaeology show.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but it's just incredibly fascinating to me. And it's basically a weekly show. It's this team of archaeologists. There's dozens of them. Dozens of people on this whole crew. It's a kind of a big crew that goes around. And what they do is they have 3 days to dig up this spot for archaeology.
Okay, so quick question on this. Right. So is this like a legit, like sort of kind of like reality TV type thing, or is it a scripted show?
No, it's legit archaeological.
So it's legit archaeologists going out on a dig. Okay,
yeah. There's no like. There's no like reality TV show. It's not that. No, it could be more of like a documentary.
You could see it on something like Science Channel, where they would be talking about we're going out on this dig and doing the thing, and it's legit. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
There's one of the famous British TV presentators, Tony Robbins. He does a lot of documentaries, this type of stuff. And he's
I'm familiar with him. Yeah,
a comedian as well. I think like a theatrical actor, comedic actor.
Yeah,
maybe something like that.
Not the fucking big crazy fucking Herman Munster Frankenstein motivational speaker Tony Robbins. I can make you.
No.
It's the British dude. Yeah,
and it's hosted by him. And the show has been on their TV for like 20 years, and I've burned through that whole. The whole thing.
Yep. Quick as a whistle.
Yep.
Well, the only drawback, to the whole fucking binging thing is you tend to lose the excitement. Like a huge fan of 24, right? I love me the 24. And part of my fucking draw on that was the fact that, you get your hour and then fuck, I mean, you leaves you on such a great fucking cliffhanger that you're anticipating, the next week's fucking show.
Right.
And you kind of lose that.
You do.
With the ability, because like I've got the entire fucking series on DVD. I still love it. I still love him. I mean, me and Jack Bauer, we're like fucking this. He's still someone, talking once about, who would you switch teams for? And I had two of which were fictional characters, so I didn't have to fucking worry about it, right? One of them being fucking Jack Bauer. Because he would intimidate you into fucking turning gay for him if you wanted you to. Do it now! Fire! We don't have much time. We've got to save the world. Okay. Okay.
Damn it, Chloe!
It's always time for lube.
You at least gonna spit on it, Jack? We don't have time. Damn it, Chloe!
Damn it, Chloe!
Oh no!
But it's like this intense hour of TV, and it's like, goddamn. Afterwards, you're just, oh my god, I can't. I'm drained, but I want that next episode. Oh my god, and you kind of lose that. So it's just now it's just a 24-hour straight shot of just Jack Bauer intensity.
See, I thought that might have happened when I was watching Green Arrow, and I just might have been getting too much Green Arrow, and it just kind of got. Blah.
Right.
So I went back and I tried to watch Green Arrow again, pick up where I left off, and I don't know, it's just a shit show.
And it's one of the things that they call it the Arrowverse, and it's the one show in the Arrowverse that I don't watch.
The Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrow. Yeah. Because I've got season 1 on DVD. I got halfway through it, and I'm like, this just ain't it. Flash is fucking awesome.
So you keep saying that, and I keep wanting to click it, but then I'm like, I'm not that like. big of a Flash fan, but then like I saw it. If is the blah, blah, blah. The Flash in the new movies, kind of the kid with the longer curly hair, is he the one that's in the show?
No, no,
Okay.
no. Totally separate. The Arrowverse has nothing to do with the movies.
Okay.
Okay, I mean,
It's just a separate thing altogether.
it's a separate beast all the way together. Because like everyone was freaking out and kind of pissed off when Justice League was coming out because everyone wanted fucking Grant. Oh god, I can't remember his last name, but the kid that plays the Flash on the TV series, they wanted him in Justice League, and they were like, no, he can't do it. And a lot of it's because he was, you got the TV shooting schedule and the movie shooting schedule, and though that shit will, it's a conflict, so they couldn't do it. So then they had this actor Ezra Miller who played Flash. So it's a totally separate deal. So you don't have to worry. Batfleck has nothing to do with these shows.
Good.
And you don't you don't have to have watched Arrow. And I attest to this. You're getting. I mean, this is the my viewpoint on this. It's genuine because I don't fucking watch Arrow. I'm not into Arrow. You don't have to watch Arrow to be able to enjoy The Flash. Every once in a while, you might have some crossover shit, but it's nothing that's going to affect the overall enjoyment of the series.
Okay.
Flash
It's the same Flash that's in Arrow?
Yes.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the same kid that plays Barry Allen. It's like Grant. God, I can't remember his
I
fucking
don't
name
know.
for the life of me. But he showed up in like season 3 or something like that, and it was like
Somewhere
that
in
next.
there,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they spun it off, and then he is the one that is the Flash
Okay.
in this series. But the Flash is a fucking great show. Legends of Tomorrow is a great fucking show, which again is another kind of spin-off. And this is basically where you have like your loser group of heroes that are out that are time traveling around, bopping into different fucking eras of history and trying to correct fuck ups. And most of the time, it's correcting the fuck ups that they caused by doing shit. It's a great fucking series. I don't know how historically accurate it is in there, but you got Brandon Routh. They introduced him as fucking Ray Palmer and the Atom in Arrow. A lot of these guys were introduced in Arrow, but again, it doesn't matter. It does not phase it. And you got Sarah Lance. She was one of the Lance kids in Arrow. I think she was the one that supposedly had died. I don't watch the show. I've never watched the show, so I don't know.
See, I watched it. I know I watched it at least into season 3 because I remember the Flash.
Okay.
But I think it just left such like a
bad. Repressing. The memories have already been repressed.
Yeah. Quit touching into me there.
Quit
Mr.
jabbing
Arrow.
me. Quit jabbing me with your fucking arrow needle, your hot arrow poker.
Yeah. I thought I had potential at the beginning. Like, but nah.
Well, yeah, and like I said, it was kind of one of those deals where I wanted to give it a fair chance. I made it halfway through the first season. I'm like, this just isn't. It's not doing it for me.
Right, and it just keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and over
Right.
and over and over again.
Right.
There's no, I mean, like the continuing story is like the overall story that occasionally gets interrupted by the little mini stories, whatever. Even that's just kind of.
Well, and even then, based on the Green Arrow that I know and love, which is your fucking uber liberal, power to the people kind of guy. I don't fight the major supervillains. I fight for the people who are held down by the man. Right? Uber social activist type fucking guy. Pretty much, happy and cheerful, fucking huge womanizer, the whole fucking thing there. But this show is like basically they're like my thoughts on this is we don't have the rights to use Batman. So we're going to turn Arrow into the fucking brooding Batman type of guy.
Kind of, yeah.
And that's not the Arrow that I'm, that's not my Green Arrow. Green Arrow, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you look historically in comic books, Green Arrow ripped off Batman a lot because he had the Arrow car, he had the Arrow cave, he had the Arrow this and the Arrow that. Is doing all the fucking same shit until they finally realized, no, we got to make him his own fucking deal. He's a bow and arrow archer kind of guy, and then I think it was about that point where Neil Adams kind of gave him the fucking Robin Hood looking outfit with the archer cap with the arrow and all that type of shit. Yeah, prior to that, he was like Batman ripoff, anyways. But like I said, for the TV series, it doesn't fucking do it for me, because it seems like they're just trying to make him into fucking Bat Arrow.
I'm Bat Arrow.
I'm Bat Arrow.
Robin says to Batman, the Batmobile won't start. Batman says, check the battery. Robin says, what's a tree?
Jesus Christ. Really? Really? Wow. Wow, we have... Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We sunk to a new fucking low. Jesus. Oh my God. And then, as I totally fucking changed the subject on that, did you see, last week we were fucking talking about Vader dying, Vader passing away. Did you see fucking Vinnie Paul and the old man from Pawn Stars died?
Yeah. Yep, I read about that.
I think I'm going to cut this out because we're going nowhere real quick with this one.
How many Pantera band members are left now? Should we start a death clock on those?
Ooh.
A Deadpool on the... We didn't have a Deadpool for this year on who's going to die.
No, we never did, because we started talking about it a little bit later. Because we didn't get you back in the fold until February or March. So for next year, we'll start making the plans and machinations for this. In November, we'll get our people set up, like you, me, Chris, Derek,
That'd
Marty.
be cool.
We'll get like 5 or 6 of us
Celebrity
together.
Deadpool.
Yeah. We got to figure out what would the prize be? What would the winning prize be?
Just you get the gratification that you made the best guess.
we don't want to chip in $5 or something. No, we don't want to fucking do that, because I don't want to fucking, I don't want to spend the shipping to fucking cut Derek or Chris a check. I don't want to now. Nah, never mind. Yeah, it'd just be bragging rights.
Yeah, bragging rights. That's good enough.
But yeah, we easily got 5 people right fucking there, to do it. Yeah, get it up on the website. People can fucking track, see who's winning.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll set it up next year, because.
Excuse me.
And I think we'd already talked about it, as far as like the point system and everything I had set up for that one too. The older they are, the less points they're worth. Because that's easy.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know fucking Mel Brooks was still alive.
Right?
93, I think he is. So, right there. You got Stan Lee, Betty White, and Mel Brooks. They're a point each. They're nothing. They're not that they're nothing, but, they're continual survivors of the celebrity Hunger Games.
Right.
Yeah.
But
whereas, say, Lindsay Lohan, I think she's just turned 30. That'd be like your 10-point. Well, that'd be your 10-pointer just because of age.
Okay.
But it's lifestyle. You already know. The clock's ticking.
So what's
there.
the max points? I can't remember.
Well, I think I said under the age of 30 was 10 points.
Okay.
And then 31 to 40 would be 5 points or some shit like that. Over the age of 60 would be 1 point. So then 41 to 50 would be we'd have to figure it out. Maybe just do increments of 5. So that'd be 1 point. 51 to 60 would be.
How about
5
whoever
points.
gets the most right gets points, and whoever has the most of those points wins?
Well,
you're complicating things.
No, it's not complicated. You have to put in that verifying fact, because if you just
you
throw
don't
out,
you can just count.
Well, no, because whatever year it fucking happened, Anton Yelchin, freak death. You remember him, right? He was the guy that played Chekhov.
Oh yeah,
in the Star Wars movies, okay? And he was fucking 26, and he dies in a freak accident.
Yeah.
Somebody fucking picks him, they should get 50 points. Because there was no way in hell. But yet, Stan Lee fucking makes it. You gotta have that. You gotta have that offsetting point differential.
I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah,
I do.
It's not a complication thing. It's just setting up a point system. That's all it is.
Which seems complicated. Where
no, it's not complicated.
Everybody's going to make a list. How many people the list? What, 10?
Yeah, but if you pick a bunch of 90-year-olds, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, because all you're gonna do is it would just be low-hanging fruit, and where's the fun in that? You know, whereas like, you know, you want to pick some of them, you know, some of them young bucks like PewDiePie, coked out of his fucking mind.
There's these new famous kids or whatever that died. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't.
The only reason I even know who PewDiePie is because I was around enough kids, you know, between, you know, our, you know, former Quad M associate, his kids, and then my ex and all that type of shit, and they're all talking PewDiePie. Okay, I fucking try, and I didn't get it. But then I'm looking at fucking 13 million subscribers on his fucking YouTube page. I'm like, oh, well, I guess if the kids fucking dig it, whatever, but not my cup of tea.
Right.
But to that end, you know, like fucking guys like Ray William Johnson equals 3, you know? He would be worth at least 30 points because he's in his 30s, I think. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, no, you got to have that point differential there. It's key. It's key. The youngins have to be worth more than the old people.
I'm going to stack my deck with youngins then.
See? That's what I'm saying. You know, yeah. Whereas me, I would play the conservative route. I would diversify my death clock portfolio.
Death clock portfolio.
My Deadpool will have both deep and shallow ends.
Deep and shallow ends.
Yes, indeed. All the usual suspects would be on there, of course. I don't think I would put point deductions for having Betty White or Stan Lee on there. You know, because the low-hanging fruit is there.
If you're going to complicate things, you might as well add a point to each ones if they survive.
Jesus Christ. You get a point for not putting Stan Lee on there, and he made it. Why don't you all do a life clock? Because, yeah, no.
A life clock? What? Who gets born? How am I supposed to know? Fuck you.
Lindsay Lohan will not miscarry. There's my prediction for 2019.
Oh, no. The knocked up clock, too, or whatever. Who gets knocked up by the end of the year?
No, we're not going to have a Quad M baby pool. No.
Who's going to drop a calf in 2019?
Who's going to calf in 2019? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Once again, we've gotten to the point where we're not going to fucking talk cartoons.
Okay.
Instead, it's fucking. There was literally no fucking news that went out this week. It's just us bantering about Arrow and talking about the fucking Deadpool.
Get what you pay for.
Exactly. The Quad M Show, worth every penny. Fuck.
Awesome.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's go ahead here. We'll wrap up this second segment. We'll come back and figure something out for Reddit fun.
Okay.
Sound like a plan?
Yep.
All right. Squad M Show, kids. Stay tuned.
In a city where corruption rules the streets, only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from Quad M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 3.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of this here Quad M Show. Again, we are your hosts. I am TJ.
And Jason.
Boy, oh boy, really great work, bitches.
And this segment is brought to you in part by DeeplyDapper.com. Now, you've heard us go on and on about all that sweet merch that you can pick up over there at Deeply Dapper, whether it be the original art prints and books, vinyl wrapped metal flasks, custom key hangers and light switch plates, as well as those beautiful handmade soaps, all based on your favorite nerd world pop culture properties. But there is so much more. get on, after you listen to this show, get on over there to deeplydapper.com. Check out the 3D podcast, as well as the Robot Kraken podcasts, as well as I don't think he does any blogs, but he does have some wicked bad recipes out there. So if you're fancy yourself some vittles, try them out. And let Chris know how they are, because it's going to be fancy finagled type, fava beans and couscous type stuff, probably.
Fava beans and couscous. Have you ever had couscous?
No.
It's actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
I'm not sure what it is either. I think it's kind of, I don't know, kind of like a finer grain mushy rice. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, give new things a try. Like hummus. Have you ever tried hummus?
Oh God, no. Ugh. Okay. When it comes to food,
you don't like bean dip then?
No.
Okay.
See, here's the thing.
That's basically what hummus is. Bean dip. I mean.
Oh yeah. Well, hold that thought. We'll get back to that. Let me close out this ad, and we're gonna get right back to it. So, what are you waiting for, kids? Stop on over there. DeeplyDapper.com. Once again, that is DeeplyDapper.com. Better living through tentacles. Tentacles. Okay. So, as far as culinary and dining type stuff, now, I've narrowed it down. I know what my food issues are. Number one, if it smells bad. Like, I know the cauliflower is great for you and all that type of stuff, but you get, like when everything is all cooked, like in one of those vegetable medleys, it literally smells like you've already eaten it, if you catch my drift.
Right.
I can eat broccoli just fine, but I think it's the cauliflower that does it with that.
Broccoli and cauliflower, I can eat them raw. Mm-hmm. Okay? Dip them in a little ranch or something. Mm-hmm. I can eat them raw, but cooked, fuck that, dude. Same with carrots. Can't eat cooked carrots. Bleh.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Oh, I hear you. Well, and then the cooking also kind of removes all the fucking minerals and all the important vitamins and shit you need in there anyways. No, I'll get like one of those fucking like Green Giant vegetable steamers. You get the flash frozen ones that are in the bag.
Right.
And you pop them in the microwave and put them out. Oh, God, they're good. They're really good. Take that, throw a little lemon pepper on them. Fuck, man. Yeah. I can do that all fucking day. But if it smells like deviled eggs, can't do them. And there's multiple others, but that falls into the second line.
I can slurp down deviled eggs. Oh my God. Oh, like that scene where Zoidberg, where they're like dissecting him and he eats the egg and they're like the same deviled egg. Hooray, I'm useful.
I'm helping. Yay. Zoidberg is helping. But mushy food. Can't do the mushy.
Huh.
Like your various potato, macaroni type salads. Oh, makes me gag.
Really?
The texture and the consistency on it, can't do it. Same thing. I mean, like I could sit there and fucking eat, broccoli or get cooked. But if it's overcooked to where it's mushy, or like say leftovers, can't fucking do it. Mushy just gags me. Can't. The only mushy food that I can do is mac and cheese. Beyond that, I can't fucking do it. But you know what I can do? Reddit fun with Jason.
Reddit fun with Jason.
Oh, so good sir, what does the Reddit mind have for us this evening?
All right. So we borrow a lot of stuff from Reddit. It's a great source for internet stuff. I mean, holy shit.
We built an entire segment on it.
Right. But, I mean, like a place where they tout themselves as the front page of the internet. And it's kind of what it is. I mean, and so you can find like all kinds of information on these different sections called subreddits. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of subreddits.
Oh, there's
and a lot. A lot of subreddits have a stereotype. So, the question is, a glass of milk spills. How does each subreddit act? You said you had a good one.
I've got a good one.
Okay.
And this is all encompassing.
Okay.
This every subreddit would say this.
Okay.
Fuck Trump.
Awesome. Mine would be subreddit potato salad would say John Cena did it.
I forgot about the potato salad subreddit.
How could you forget about potato salad?
I don't know. I don't know why I forgot about potato salad, but I did. Oh, that's funny shit right there. Fuck Trump and John Cena did it. There you go. All right, good night, kids. There's our show. Okay, so what does the Borg have to say?
Unpopular opinion. I don't care about the spilled milk. That was from Matthew Gonzalez. Alexis Chubbs roast me makes 73 ill-advised jokes about how big the puddle of milk's forehead is.
I don't know why that hit me like it did, but that's fucking funny.
Kung Fu John 1 says, Keto advises that milk has too many carbs and is unhealthy. Suggests OP should be drinking butter. Awesome. Knight Rider Devil. Shitty life pro tips. Keep milk on the floor to have more room in the fridge. Ben Harv. Ask historians. Deleted. I don't know if you subscribe to that subreddit, but unless someone answers a question that is very well educated or does not cite legitimate sources, gets deleted.
Wow, so they're pretty hardline with their shit.
There's no
there's no fucking around.
There's no fucking around. Okay, no, there's no joke answers. There's
So it's not a page we're going to be visiting anytime soon.
I subscribe to it. It's pretty interesting. I mean,
for
basically people will ask like a question about history. A lot of the questions are kind of weird and obscure, like stuff you wouldn't think of. Mm-hmm. And then people like trying or see if anybody has answers. And sometimes someone asks a question and there's no answer, and that's what the whole thing is, just deleted because there's no answer.
So they'll even delete the non-answered questions, like the questions itself?
They won't delete the questions, but the comments.
Just the comments.
Yeah. Type of stuff, yeah. Doorman 3000. That happened. No, it didn't.
Somebody posts a picture with the fucking with the post-it note on there with the date and time and username to prove it.
Better username says, our legal advice. Don't say anything about it. If the cops show up, get an attorney. Wait until the owner of the glass serves you with papers, and maybe let your homeowner's insurance know. Update. Looks like the glass might have damaged a 1,000-year-old tree in the process. I'll try and make a diagram when I get home.
Update.
Our gaming says, EA spilled the milk and made me pay a microtransaction for a paper towel. Nice. PM me your doggo, please. Our relationships break up with the milk. Circle says, our prequel memes. You were the chosen one. The Heretic King says, forums are who spilled the milk and leads a misguided witch hunt to find the person who spilled the milk. Turns out it's the wrong person. That's in reference to the Boston, was it the Boston Marathon? The Boston Marathon bomber?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, Reddit thought they...
thought they had him, and no, it wasn't him.
Yep. AGM Morosco says, R out of the loop. What happened to the milk?
There was milk?
Sugar is my favorite, says, conspiracy. how the government created this mess. Bust the Musk says R jokes. Keep spilling the milk over and over again while everyone complains that the milk keeps getting spilled. Good one. Our karma conspiracy. You spilled the milk to create this thread, all for that milky, juicy karma. Azor Bringer. Our Game of Thrones. Spoiler. Some sped teacher. Our Trees just eats the Oreos anyway. Trees is the pot smokers.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes,
yeah.
It's one of those mathematical ratios. Potato salad is to John Cena as trees is to
No. Trees is to marijuana enthusiasts as marijuana enthusiasts is to trees. Trees, the subreddit Trees is for the pot smokers. Marijuana enthusiasts is the subreddit for like people who like plant and nurture and raise trees.
Right.
Right. It makes sense.
And hence it would also equate to the potato salad John Cena thing. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's yes. So yes, that was 5 seconds of shit.
You're right. It's called filler.
What tree, Batman?
You're welcome. This is my friendly rabbit. Our life pro tips to avoid having to clean spilled milk. Consider keeping contents inside bottles or glasses. Our cats drinks it. The cats, meow.
Yes, meow. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Right.
Oh wait, no. So cats doesn't involve fucking SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, that's Bikini Bottom Twitter. That's on here, but it's a visual. It's a visual subreddit, so I can't really.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I don't know why this shit is. I don't know why. It's just gotten goofy. It's just gotten fucking goofy.
Our Thanos did nothing wrong. Pours another glass of milk while leaving the current one on the floor to keep things balanced. Oh. I always mess up pronouncing this word. Peridalia. Sees image of Christ in the puddle. Butterscotch Paradox says, R, D&D, rolls a dexterity save to see if you slip in the milk due to your shitty passive perception. Six sketchy internet guy 9. R gone wild thinks the milk has come.
Oh, good lord.
Lazy Lion CA. Ask Science explains the difference between the viscosity between spilt milk and spilt water. Our Frugal licks it up. The Dude 715 says R squared circle argues why the milk got a push.
Why the hell's it getting more TV time than me? That fucking milk couldn't draw flies to shit.
R crappy design. Blame it on the design of the glass. R mildly infuriating says post about how the milk spilled instead of just cleaning it up like any normal people. R Canada says this is why we have such high tariffs on American milk. Canadian milk is higher quality and our bagged milk would never spill. Our teenagers, this is stupid.
That'd go. Our Jamie Brunson, oh gay.
Our funny makes it the top post of all time. Our confessions says, I licked it. Our vegan says, do you even know how many innocent cows die to make that? There's ones that are like visual, so I gotta like
right. So yeah.
This subreddit, just no mill, which just no mother-in-law, and it's like tales of horror about mother-in-laws. It's actually, I don't know why it doesn't seem like something I would read, but some of the stories are pretty fucking funny. And but anyway, they say immediately go no contact with the milk. And yep, now we're getting into doubles and stuff. We didn't see one on here. I want to add.
Okay.
The subreddit Empire did nothing wrong. They would blame it on the rebels.
You rebel scum.
Rebel scum.
You rebel scum.
You rebel scum.
Oh, once again, Reddit, thank you for giving me a fucking bad case of the giggles this time around. Bless your little pea-picking hearts. All right, well, let's go ahead here. Picks of the week. Sounds like you said you had a good one.
Oh, yeah. Almost accidentally threw it in on the Netflix spill earlier.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
But it's on Netflix. It's a cooking show. It's called Cooking on High.
Oh, no.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I already see where this one's going.
So they've got 3 judges.
Okay, Tommy Chong.
No, it's the judges are different every show.
Oh, okay.
And so are the cooks. The only constant is the host.
Okay.
So,
but it is legit.
Yeah, it's a show on Netflix.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know that, but I mean, is it like a real, or is it just a comedy?
No, it's a show.
Okay, so it is like a real deal.
Okay.
All right.
And then these 3 judges, they're like actors, comedians, musicians, people like that. Okay, and
okay,
and they're not like the super famous people. They're but anyway,
B and C level.
Then we got then your host, doesn't really matter. And then they bring in like a different chef every show, like a certified gourmet, like high dollar like chef.
Right.
And he makes them food with the cannabis, weed. And right?
Okay.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. It is fucking downright hilarious. And the host, he's like, they've got like one thing, they've got like some sort of ingredient they've got to use to make the meal. Okay, that's their challenge. And you'll understand why I put challenge in air quotes. And then this guy comes out. He's like, this is the kind of weed you're going to be using this week.
Jesus Christ.
And it's in California, so it's all... It's got this big pile of fucking pot on this little tray. And right. So...
God.
So the chef makes these judges these meals and whatnot on, and so they eat their meal and then they go have like a break to let it soak in,
to let it fester.
Right. And then they come back, to give their score. And here's the fucking hilarious part. Burn through a whole fucking season, okay?
Jesus.
A whole fucking season.
Okay.
I kept track. Not a single judge went below an 8. Not a single judge went below an 8.
Oh, wow. This is the greatest, man.
I tell you, basically, yeah.
Oh, man, you whip up some wicked-ass Acapulco Gold ice cream. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like, do you remember any of the air quotes celebrities that were on this at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like right now, you've piqued my interest. I will have to watch this show and make a comment about it next week. I will have to watch this.
Yeah, give like an episode. They're not even a full hour.
Well, the fuck, you couldn't be. Get these guys fucking ripped on edibles.
Right?
Oh my god. Okay, so Cooking on High.
Yeah. It's on the Netflix.
Okay. All right. I will check this out. My pick of the week this week, I kind of happened upon by accident.
Right.
Now, I won't name names, but I was going through and having to get or try to decipher people's names. When I was doing the show in Portland, I said, look, here, get the combo deal. Issue number 4, it's not in print yet, but when it is, I will send it out to you, and I'll give you updates through the email. Just put down your address and your email.
Right.
Okay. Well, some people, handwriting is fantastic, so I got to kind of play Decipher, right? So as I'm playing Decipher, came upon a website that, quite frankly, is probably the most amusing yet kind of informative website out there. It's called she'sahomewrecker.com.
Ooh. Might as well add that to my Google search history. S-H-E.
She'sahomewrecker.com. And apparently just because it's named that, it doesn't discriminate against gender. You can put anybody up there. And basically what it amounts to is that...
Okay. Whoa.
And basically what this site amounts to, across the country, you can search it all 4 corners, and it will go through and it will show a person, and then underneath it will give a description as to how. Normally it's the person that was done wrong is usually the one writing and submitting it. That their husband ran off with this home wrecker, and 9 times out of 10 these. The home wrecker profile will normally start with, so let me tell you about this cheap slut. Let me tell you about this tramp.
How about from Lewistown, Montana?
Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna name names. I'll beep that one out, but yeah. Yeah, I put Montana down.
That's the first one that popped up when I went there, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
I put
I'd wreck her home
because I did. Well, quick. I put in Montana, looked through all of them, and I there was nobody I knew personally on there. But yeah, there was one where dude's talking about this. Dude's talking about this chick. She fucking runs around, fucks everybody. But be careful. She's got the herpes, and she gave them to me, and all this type of shit. And dude, it's this really non-flattering selfie picture where. Like she's got her head kind of turned to 9 o'clock, right? Kind of doing that chin out type deal. And dude, big ass fucking herpes sore on her fucking lip. She's showing for the world to fucking see.
Damn.
Like that's supposed to be a hot pick.
I'm trying to click it to find the story.
It should just be right underneath if you scroll down.
Yeah, it says find more dirt. So I clicked there.
Yeah, and I don't know what that's supposed to lead to. No, there should be the whole story on him should be right underneath the name and the pick.
Not much.
Maybe they just added it and they're working on. They're editing. They're going through the final proof on their tale of woe. Because it's the internet, so you make sure that everything is spelled correctly, and grammar is important on the internet.
Don't want to rile the Nazis.
But yeah, no, it was very insightful and very amusing to read through these things.
She's a homewrecker.com.
She's a homewrecker.com. It's amazing what you find when you put a name in a Google search.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, she just didn't have much of a story. But now there's others with more stories.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and some are pretty fucking long-winded.
Yeah, see that now.
But like I said, they almost always all start with, so let me tell you a story about this fucking tramp.
This bitch.
Yeah, see?
I met this bleeding heart. Long story short, meth. Oh, no. This is fucking hilarious. Our family was happy. This horrible girl was a nurse and a drug addict. Kenny Jackson is from the shallow end of the gene pool. This is funny.
Told you. It's definitely worth a look. So right there, that, my friend, pick o' the week. She's a homewrecker.com. That's another one of those deals where you can, if you have a rough day at work, you can look and see how the other half live and realize you don't have it as bad.
I kind of got wrapped up in this here for a second.
I see. Yeah, you did. It's pretty engrossing. Don't kid yourself. All right. So with that, good sir, do we have anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, or pander this evening?
No.
Well, that will wrap it up then for this week's episode of the Quad M Show. As always, gang, make sure subscribe, rate, and review. That shit is so important to us. Make sure like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Instagram as well. All of those, just use the name Quad M Comics, and that'll get you right over to us. And you can join in all the fun and shenanigans. All right, so until next week, good sir, this is TJ.
And Jason.
As he lifts his head up from she'sahomewrecker.com. We will see y'all we will see y'all later, gang. Take care.
You've been listening to the Quad M Show. Copyright 2018. Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, quibbles, or concerns, email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at quadmcomics.
Dash for the dawn, late for school. Maybe so, but you're no fool. Make a quick fast, it's a breakfast. Only fast, yeah, quick fast. A piece of toast and one of these. Some peanut butter or a slice of cheese. Milk or juice to wash it down. It's a fast, quick, fastest breakfast.